Okay, guys, welcome to the video. Thank you for joining me. Come with me on a journey today where I show you the photos and video footage of when I purchased this beautiful AP. This is my first AP and I was so excited to pick it up. Now, what's interesting about purchasing this particular watch is that I had to get on a plane in order to buy it. I'd really tried my best to buy one here in London. There's 3 AP stores in London. I'd registered with one of them. I just didn't vibe with the sales clerk, and I just didn't think that they really took me seriously. I think they're so used to celebrities and super rich people from all over the world that I didn't get the time of day. And although they talk to you can just feel that the rapport's not there, that they're not really that interested. So when I was on holiday in, drumroll please, Mykonos, booyah, they had a Audemars Piguet store there, so I had to pop in, talk to them, see if there was anything they could do. I'm going to put up on the screen now the shop. What a beautiful shop that is. I mean, really fits in with the Mykonos vibe. Such a lovely little old town there in Mykonos if you've not been. But yeah, I went into the shop. This was a year earlier and I've just registered my interest. I spoke to them. They were very nice. They said, what are you interested in? And I said, well, what realistically could I hope to get? And they threw out some options. This was the option that I expressed the most interest in, and originally they said I could only get this but in titanium, but lo and behold, when it came, it was actually stainless steel, which I really wanted because I prefer the heavier weight. So here's some footage of me seeing the watch for the first time on the sales desk. Sales assistant just had taken it out of the wrapper there, and wow, I was blown away and couldn't wait to get that thing on my wrist. But yeah, so I put the deposit down a year earlier. It was a 25% deposit, but they said if you put the deposit down, you're guaranteed that you will get the watch sometime next year. We can't tell you when, but you will have to fly back to Greece in order to pick the watch up. Now, flying back to Greece is no problem whatsoever because it's an excuse for a holiday, and flights aren't expensive. So yeah, I was very much interested, and I like the fact that by putting the 25% deposit down, that I was able to purchase this watch. And it's just such a beautiful watch. And I was able to purchase this watch, be guaranteed that it was coming, because often you put your name on a list and you never get it. Yeah, here's some more footage of me in the shop trying it on. First AP for the big man. Now, while I was in the shop, I also, once I had sort of completed the purchase of this watch, the whole thing takes quite a long time because you register the card, you got to pay for it, the remaining balance, and then they resize it for you. I was in there for a little while, but we also talked about what watches, if it's possible that I could put my name down for a watch for next year. And I tried on a few that they had, and they said that I could potentially, if I was interested, get a 38mm Royal Oak chronograph with the silver dial. They didn't have that exact watch for me to try on, but they had another 38mm, which is this one here. Here comes the wrist roll, lovely jubbly. As you can see, it's too tight, but they can add links. And I decided that, although it is, I've decided that that I'd be happy with this. Ideally, I'd love a 41mm Royal Oak, but they just said there's no chance. Like, too many other people ahead of me. It's their most popular watch. So, but I think I'll give the 38mm a try, see how I get on with that. While I was there, they also had this. It's called the Audemars Piguet Code 11.59. This lovely watch. It retails for 21,800, and I think that was available if I wanted to buy it there and then. But I was already buying this beautiful Royal Oak Offshore, so I didn't purchase this one there and then, but it was good to know that they did have some available there for sale. My thoughts on this watch is, you know, it's an AP. AP is amazing. However, you know, for me, the Royal Oak's so much cooler that, you know, as I've got a Royal Oak, I don't really feel the need to get the 1159. You know, I appreciate them, you know, trying it on and having a look at it. But as I have the Offshore, you know, I don't think I'll get one of these. But I do want a Royal Oak, so I'm excited to go back. But yeah, I mean, this is an amazing watch and I've really enjoyed it. Here you can see the footage of me resizing it, well, of the sales assistant resizing it. Lovely people in the shop, so helpful, so nice. But yeah, let's have a look. What I love about this watch, it's just the open case back, and you can see that magic behind there. I mean, it's just so, sorry if that's not in focus, but it's just such a quality watch. Anyway, so one question I have for you guys: what would you rather? Would you rather an AP from Greece? So this watch costs 40,000, but I got the tax back when, so you fill out a form and then they send you the money that you've paid in tax back to you. So I ended up paying round about 32,000. So would you like this for 32,000, or would you choose my most recent purchase, the Rolex GMT yellow gold, which also cost about 32,000? Which one would you choose? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. For me, I think I like the AP more, even though it's stainless steel, just because it's so different to all my other watches. It's a tough choice. It's like choosing between your two children, but I think I'm going to go for the AP. But what would you guys go for? I've covered this GMT yellow gold in a previous video. Feel free to go and check that out. But I think, yeah, I think the AP just about nicks it for me, despite this one being all gold. Let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. Please feel free to ask me any questions. I really do my best to go through and answer any of the questions. One thing I would say is buying a watch abroad is great. You get the VAT back. However, waiting for the VAT or the sales tax, depending where you are in the world, to come back to you, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie, because you start thinking like, because it took about 6 weeks, and you start thinking, did I fill the form out correctly? Did I put it in the right mailbox? You know, what if it's lost in the post? Because if your form got lost, then I don't think there's much you can do, because you need that stamp that you can only get at the airport, and you can only get that stamp when you leave. So I don't think you could lose your form, go back to the country, do it again, get the stamp. I don't think it works like that. Feel free to let me know if I'm wrong. So yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but it you know, I did it correctly. Obviously the form didn't get lost, the money hit my bank account, so that's good. And also another thing is, yeah, when I was in the store, like I said, I was able to put a deposit down on a 38mm AP. Would you be interested in the 38mm, or is it too small, do you think? I'm going to take a gamble and go for it. I think it will pull off, because although 38mm sounds small, the nature of the Royal Oak, it doesn't actually look that small. It's quite a big, bulkier looking watch compared to perhaps other watches, like perhaps an Aquanaut or something. So let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.